The next thing we're going to learn is about standard forms lah. So usually when you have an extremely big number, let's say like this number, I can write it in this form, or very small number I also can write in terms of standard form lah. So one of the obvious advantage of writing in standard form is you don't have to write so many zeros, and when you don't write so many zeros, there's less chance of copying the values wrongly lah. But there's another importance of writing in standard form, which is to see your SF easier. For example, if you have a number, let's say 100, or let's say 100, how many SF is this?
2.
Okay, some people say it's 2 correct, 1 also correct, 3 also correct, because we don't know where it came from. What do I mean? Now, if the original number was 100.1 and you round it off to 100, then this is 3 SF. Because why? This 3 is still significant. We're just rounding off the decimal. But if the original number was 101 and we rounded up to 100, that means only these two significant. This has been rounded off. So then this will be 2 SF. If the answer was 111 and we rounded off to 100, that means only this is significant because these two have been rounded out. So this is 1 SF. So by writing 100, it's hard to see how many SF. If you want to show the SF clearly, what you can do is you can write it in the form of, let's say, 1.00
Decimal.
times 10 to the power 2. Standard form. So this will give you 3 SF. If you wanted 2 SF, 1.0 times 10 to the power 2, which is 2 SF. So writing in standard form enables you to control your SF better lah. Okay. Now what about prefixes? So one of your part of your syllabus is also knowing the prefixes, which includes submultiples and multiples. So submultiples are the one that gives you a smaller number. Multiples give you a bigger number. So you're going to memorize all of this. So for submultiples, starting from centi, milli, micro, nano, pico. But centi is the only one that is outside the trend. The rest of it, you start from milli, which is 10 to the power negative 3, right? Everything is just then divide by 10 to the power 3, so 10 to the power negative 6. Then divide by 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power negative 9. Then by 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power negative 12. So it follows in sequence, milli, micro, nano, pico. That for multiples, same thing. You will start from 10 to the power 3 for kilo, then you times 10 to the power 3, not divide by times, so 10 to the power 6 mega. Then times the power 3 again. Giga times the power 3 again, tera. Now, how to remember this is easy, because if you understand computer terminology, like whenever you have a file size, the smallest one is kilobyte, then megabyte, then gigabyte, then terabyte. Right now, your hard disk space is like that, right now. So that's how you memorize them. So you must remember all these values and must be able to convert. Now, when you convert, I'll show you how you convert. Example, let's say you want to convert from let's say 1,000 meters. I want to convert into giga. No, giga. Okay, convert to giga. So what should we do?
Times 10 to the power of 9.
Times 10 to the power 9 or times 10 to the power negative 9?
9.
Negative 9 to change to giga.
Why negative 9?
Because your giga is bigger or meter is bigger.
Giga.
So you change to bigger, you times the power by a negative in front.
Oh.
Alright?
So if
Or some people think like this, 1,000 divide by 10 to the power 9. So also you can think about it like this, you divide. When you want to change from a number to bigger, you divide. Another example, if 1,000 meters want to change to micro. Micro is smaller or bigger?
Smaller.
So you can also do the same thing, 1,000. So you divide by 10 to the power of negative 6. So it becomes 1,000 times 10 to the power 6 micrometer. So the technique is, the shortest way to do it is just divide by the prefix. So you want to change from meter to giga, then you just divide by 10 to the power 9. You change from meter to micro, you also divide by 10 to the power negative 6. But if you want to work backwards, for example, like from giga, let's say 1 gigameter, how many meters? So this one, from bigger to smaller, right? So you times. So you'll be 1 times 10 to the power of 9 meters. Right now?
Yes.
Okay. Now what about changing micro? Say 1 micrometer, change to meter. So 1, you times 10 to the power negative 6. So the conclusion is this. If you want to change from your SI, which is meter, to a prefix, Alright, whether it's a multiple or submultiple, you
Okay.
divide by the value, like 10 to the power 9 or 10 to the power of negative 6, you divide. When you change from a prefix to your SI, you times. You times the prefix. Do you understand that? Alright, so you change from SI to a prefix, you divide. You change from prefix to your SI, you times.